Today's video is about understanding what kind of businesses you need to start investing into. What kind of factors you need to look into before you also start your own business. It's the same set of criteria, same set of factors applicable when you want to start your own business or whether you want to invest into somebody else's business, into the stock market or a private business you want to look into for investing or putting your money into. So please friends, share and subscribe to as many people as possible so that they can also understand what kind of businesses they need to invest into or what are the set of criteria they need to look into before they want to start their own business. Now the foremost criteria before I would like to start my own business is I want to have a monopoly of that particular set of products or services. I want to be the only person who is selling that specific product or service. If that would be the case, if I was the only one rather than me being me better or me also, somebody is already selling the particular product or service and I am also selling that specific product or services, that would dilute my profits, isn't it? Or if I am just better, then I have to spend so much effort explaining how much better I am, and the client or the customer would get confused to understand which one is actually better. But if I am the only one, the client or the customer has no choice but to go for my particular product or service. So this is the foremost aspect, the foremost principle before you start your own business or before you invest into some other business. So that business, whichever I am going to start or I am going to invest into, should have a significant competitive advantage. I should be the only person selling that particular product. I should have a monopoly in a specific segment. So once I have a monopoly, I have both the pricing advantage as well as the supplier advantage. As they call it, the blue ocean strategy. When I have the me only strategy, it's called the blue ocean strategy versus the red ocean strategy. In red ocean strategy, there are so many people competing for the same thing. But in the blue ocean strategy, there may be many people, but I have positioned myself in such a way that I am looked upon the only person selling that particular product or service. Now, how is it possible? Now, if I have to start my business, which is having a monopoly, then I need to understand two aspects before I start my own business. I need to have an understanding about the marketplace. That's the first aspect. And the second aspect which I need to understand is my client or my customer. What are the demographics of my customer or client? Where do they come from? Where do they hang around? What are the kind of products they actually buy? What are the kind of concerns? What are the kind of problems they actually face? These are the aspects which I would like to understand of the particular client or customer before I carve out my specific service or product. Now then when I carve out this specific product or service, then I would cater to the specific marketplace and specific clientele. So when I serve the specific clientele, specific marketplace, I basically shout out to that specific segment or specific niche area. My product is a niche, isn't it? So when my product is a niche or my service is a niche, I serve the specific set of customers or specific set of clients. So this specific set of clients, they usually look upon me as being the only person selling this particular product or service. And by developing that specific marketplace, by me being the monopoly in the specific marketplace, they are willing to spend, they are willing to pay the price, whatever it might be. And then I have a supplier advantage because I have a significant crowd. By having a significant crowd, I can then bargain with my supplier. So these are the same kind of principles you need to look into when you want to invest as well into any specific business or company. When you want to invest into a specific business or company, you need to understand whether the business spends too much efforts explaining about its product versus its competitors, or the customers are just waiting for the next version of a product. Like Apple, the people who have been buying Apple in the past have continued to buy Apple even today. They just keep waiting for the next version of Apple before they have to buy Apple. Now, if I have to buy a washing powder, then I would normally go for Ariel or it could be like Surf Excel. These are the two products which are most popular in the marketplace and serving an immense need. And when it comes to cleaning utensils, I would close my eyes and just go for Vim. That is the power of the product or the particular business understanding the specific customer need. They have come with a product or serving the particular customer need first in the marketplace. When they have come first, they have an early bird advantage as well. So you need to look out for those companies which have products wherein they don't have to put too much effort. So then they spend less on the advertisement as well. And they just sell like hotcakes. The customer just come into the retail store and they just don't browse anything too much. They just pick up the product and put it in the cart and go ahead and check out. They don't do too much of prospecting, isn't it? They have a position. These companies which have a significant competitive edge have a positioning in the marketplace. People are willing to pay the price for the particular product because they understand, they have been using it, a lot of generations have been using it in the past as well, and they understand that having an immense history, they have a history of so much knowledge acquired that they invest that knowledge into further refining their product, which will be advantage to the client or the customer. So before you invest into the business or before you start your own business, you need to look into the monopolization of the particular product or service. You need to position yourself in such a way that you are the only one. So by having said that, that brings me to the end of this particular video, and I hope you have liked it. So next time before you start browsing to so many plethora of companies, the first foremost principle you need to look into is whether the company has significant moat, a significant competitive advantage, whether clients and customers close their eyes and they will go ahead without having spent much effort into explaining what kind of benefit the product has. Another such typical product is the Yoga Bar. The Yoga Bar has so much advantages. It's a nutritional product. It serves the breakfast need. It has so many pulses. It has a protein supplement. It's almost like a protein supplement, and without too much sugar being used. It suits a clientele which is specifically focused on the health, and not only health but wants also the tasty product which serves the purpose of the health as well, making them more immune to the next pandemic as well. So the Yoga Bear, my friend, is another such company or another such product which have been developed by these two sisters under the company called as Sprout Life, and which has today been taken over by ITC. They have been now gradually acquiring Sprout Life, and they have been taking a target of by 2027 they would be acquiring all the products of Sprout Life. They have already acquired some percentage of the shareholding. So these are the kind of aspects you need to look into before you start your own business or before you invest into your business. So friends, I hope you have liked this video. So please share, subscribe to as many friends and relatives as possible so that they can also understand before they start their own product or their own business, or before they start investing into somebody else's business. If you think that starting a business is complicated, you need to spend too much effort, but if you have an idea, if you have an overall perspective that you want such kind of a product or such kind of business which might already been existing, then the best place to look into is the stock market. Go ahead, browse the company, and this is the company of your choice which you have been particular buying product or the services of this specific company. Then go ahead, invest into the specific company. But nevertheless, you need to do other criteria analysis as well, understanding its financial statements and things like that, before you start investing any single pie into the specific company. Also doing the valuation of the particular company before you invest into the stock market. That's all, my friends. Hope you have liked it. See you.